To get feedback in your render window, you need to activate Wireframe in your Icon tab. AmbientOcclusion describes the shadowing and self-shadowing of objects. Vred uses pre-calculated AmbientOcclusion to simulate shadows. Open the AmbientOcclusion module scene in File menu, AmbientOcclusion, and select a geometry. Select the preferred quality from the presets in Direct Illumination. The better the quality, the more samples are being calculated. Now, start by using the standard setting, Medium Quality. Through minimum and maximum distance, you can define the area in which the AmbientOcclusion has to be calculated. For vehicle calculations, we suggest a setting of between 1 and 3000 mm. Start the calculation by selecting Calculate All. OpenGL will immediately show the calculated shadow. AmbientOcclusion in Vred is based on vertices. This means that the shadow quality depends on the geometry density. Open the Index tab Subdivisions. Activate Subdivisions with Enable and select the preferred quality. The better the quality, the purer the geometry gets tessellated. First of all, start by using the standard setting, Low Quality. Start a new calculation for the AmbientOcclusion. Now there will be subdivisions in the geometry where necessary. Now check the result. If the tessellation wasn't clean enough, redo the calculation with a higher quality setting. You can also calculate the AmbientOcclusion for a selected group. Before you start the calculation, please note that any surrounding geometry will be included in the calculation. So, hide it. You should also set the opacity mode to solid if you use a shadow material on the ground. Otherwise, the ground will be regarded as transparent and the geometry will be dimmed down. Deactivate the subdivisions calculation and start the calculation. Deactivate Wireframe with the Icon tab and close the AmbientOcclusion module. Examine the AmbientOcclusion in the AmbientOcclusion rendering mode. Note that Vred takes care of glass automatically. This means glass-covered objects are correctly calculated automatically.